Now let's see what is new for this certification in 2025. What's new in GitHub Copilot certification in 2025? So if you're not aware, GitHub Copilot has added chat capability to the exam. Now, what is it means is you need to do more practice on the GitHub UI, which lets you chat with the GitHub Copilot to ask the question, to engage in a conversation. In the chat, you give the prompt and you get an answer. I'm going to give you a short demo about how we engage with Copilot using chat. So let's move to the GitHub Copilot. You can see my screen. I have opened GitHub and a sample file on my GitHub UI. So if you see this icon, this is the Copilot, GitHub Copilot. Once you will open that, it will let you ask question. For example, let's say I'm a new developer and I don't know what this code does. So I can ask a question like, what this code means. Okay, so this will explain me what is this code about, what this code can do. So you can see here it quickly understand the prompt and given me an answer in the chat box. What this code does, what is this file name. You can see it explain all the schema definition, then test cases. So this is one of the test cases for the MuleSoft M unit. So you can see it explain me everything. So the next question as a developer that you can ask is how I can improve this code. So now what it is doing is it's trying to optimize this code and give the suggestion that how you can improve the code. Now it says add more test cases, use dynamic assertion. These are the best practices. It's trying to give you that. Validate additional output, set up mocking. So what I want to show is you can ask different questions, not only how to create the code, but also how to optimize the code as well as how to what this code does. So using these chat prompt, you can improve your code, you can write a comment for the code, you can create a whole code from scratch, and these are the topics which are being added in 2025 in the GitHub certification, that how GitHub Copilot can help you with the chat capability. So to understand it end to end, I would highly recommend you to engage more with this chat, GitHub Copilot Chat. Use it on day-to-day basis. Try to understand what it does, how it does, and what are the options it has. Okay, so let's go back to the slide. So we have seen about the Copilot Chat capability. Now we'll go to the GitHub Copilot Enterprise feature. So this is the new addition. So GitHub Copilot has three different versions. One is personal, one is team, and one is enterprise. Enterprise is mostly used when you mostly corporate who has a company, they use this and it support the SSO feature. So a company uses this when they have lot of users in their organization and they want to use a SSO kind of feature, single sign-on feature, and there are a lot more new addition in enterprise. There are more features also, and this is also little costly. So things like which are only available with enterprise, for example audit logs, security policies. So these kind of additions are done in 2025. So make sure you understand all the different version of GitHub Copilot and what it contains, what it does not contains, which feature is available with enterprise, which feature is not available with enterprise, what is there in team, what is there in personal. So make sure you understand all those things. Plus very important, GitHub Copilot CLI. So this is the new addition in 2025. So CLI is of course your command line interface, and this is executable you need to get from the GitHub Copilot's site, and you need to install it. And this CLI is working in the same way you have CLI for other tools. For example, Azure, you can use all the feature of GitHub Copilot using a command mode. And in case of automation is the place where we use this to give the prompt using automated way and get the response using a programmatical way. So make sure you understand the GitHub Copilot CLI. I would highly recommend to install it and try some exercise on the GitHub Copilot and understand its uses. Now, in this 2025 certification, they have also added a real world coding scenario, not just a theoretical multiple choice question. So make sure you use it more on a day-to-day basis, so that you will accumulate more knowledge on the GitHub Copilot. So I will explain the practice test, which is later in the slide, which is going to help you in understand the questions which are being asked in the GitHub Copilot certification. So let's move to the next chapter.